Welcome. I think we are ending PTL Dog Week on a high note.
We are.
Yeah.
You may have noticed there's someone special with us right now.
This is Kevin, there he is. Kevin,
There
look,
he
it's
is.
you. You're on TV, bud.
He's like, what is this about?
So really, we love the name Kevin because whenever he's in trouble, that's when it's the most fun.
What, when you can yell out,
Kevin! Yeah.
Although Kevin's going to think he's in trouble. You're not in trouble,
You're
Kevin.
not in trouble, bud.
So
Not right now.
It is National Bring Your Dog to Work Day. So Heather has brought her dog.
Yeah. Here's Kevin.
So
Actually, I have to thank my husband and my two little girls who woke up early to get here this morning to bring
Yes.
Kevin to us.
Thank you to all of them.
They were not here early this morning when I first arrived at work.
Right, because
So-
that would be kind of rough.
Yeah, and it would have been hard
Yeah.
to get Kevin here at
All right.
3:30.
And we're gonna see how Kevin does with live TV here.
It's going to be interesting, so
What I love about Kevin,
Watch.
Kevin's eyes, Kevin looks like he's a person in there, and like he knows everything that you're saying.
he can see deep into your soul.
Like, I think he knows exactly that we're talking about him, that he probably knows he's on TV. He's probably thinking, why hasn't she had me on sooner? My mommy is on TV. Why? You know, so anyhow, this is fun.
We are going to take Kevin out. He's actually a very lucky dog today because he gets to sample some treats from the Rollaway Dog Cafe, which is a dog food truck, which is parked in our traffic circle right now.
Yeah, so that's a little bit later on as we continue, as we finish out Dog Week here on PTO.
We're having a lot of fun with it. Today also happens to be the first day of summer.
Hallelujah.
I know. I feel like the spring has just been wet and rainy
It's
and just nonstop.
And before we came in, I believe I saw the sun outside.
I think it's starting to peek out.
Which is something that we have not, it feels like we have not seen the sun in so long, and I'm just sick of rain day after day after day. But today is the longest day of the year. Sunrise was at 5:49, and sunset, it won't set until 8:53, so almost 9 o'clock tonight.
I love how precise it is, too, because Ron was saying this morning that summer officially arrives at 11:54 this morning.
Oh.
It's very precise.
Okay. Well, now
The
we know.
timing of everything.
We'll all celebrate at 11:54. High fives to everybody for summer.
Well, some places are celebrating in a very sweet way, like Dairy Queen, which will offer their free cone with a mobile coupon. And there are some other places that are also offering some perks, like at Dunkin' Donuts. So a lot of places you can look this up and take advantage of summer finally being here.
I can just see everybody at 11:54 heading to Dairy Queen, and then they'll have an onslaught of people for the cones.
I think we should go.
We should go.
I'm in.
All right.
Totally in.
It's good to have a plan. Kevin, come along. All right, so there is one place that isn't so concerned about time and sunset and all that stuff because there's
just random shots of Kevin.
No, but
through the whole
Kevin's
thing.
listening. I think he's into this. So there is an island in northern Norway that wants to become a time-free zone. And here's the reason why. It's called Summerøy, which means Summer Island, and they are north of the Arctic Circle. So from May 18th to July 26th, they have 69 days of full sun. The sun never sets.
That sounds lovely.
Now, there's another side to it, though. You
Okay.
know, in the wintertime, they never see the sun. So that's
all
the
that
bad
time.
part. But in the summertime, what happens is, like, kids are out playing at 2 in the morning. People are mowing their grass
Is
at
this
4
really
in the morning.
happening?
This is what they say. So they are proposing to just get rid of normal time constraints and have far more flexible hours. So the business might be open all night long or might be open whenever, so they can take full advantage of their 69 days of sun.
Well, I know that a lot of people want to get rid of the daylight savings changes
That's true.
and things like that. So that's just another,
We'll see what they
thing
do.
to think about.
They're in Norway.
Well, since we're talking about summer, I think it's only fitting that we talk about Kennywood.
It's true. Lots of people, I mean, you think Kennywood when you think summer around
Absolutely.
here. And Kennywood actually has some new honors that we want to tell you about. This was the annual survey of National Amusement Park Historical Association. So they came out with a number of things where Kennywood ranked well. Number one is that Phantom's Revenge is the favorite steel coaster in the nation, beating out the Millennium Force at Cedar Point.
And they also, number 2 there on that list for favorite parks, and Kennywood's Holiday Lights tied for second as the favorite postseason summer season event. Other honors, the park is the second favorite traditional park, as you just saw there, that was on that list. And the Jackrabbit is the second favorite wooden roller coaster.
I love the Jackrabbit. I'm into wooden roller coasters.
Are you? You like
So
being bounced around like that?
I like the wooden roller coaster feel. I don't like the metal stuff because the steel
The smooth
coasters.
ride, you don't like
Well,
that?
no, it like jolts your head, and I feel like I need a helmet or something.
As opposed to the rest of your body being
well,
jolted.
I would rather all be jolted at once.
Than just one
just
area
my
of your
preference,
body.
yes,
Okay.
yes.
I see what you're saying.
All right, speaking about summer, we want to tell you about something else, and this was kind of cool. So entries are available now. You can enter the Anything That Floats race at the regatta, and they came out with the categories, and we thought these were kind of cool. So the regatta isn't until the first weekend in August,
Yeah,
but
still some time, but you have to start working on your
you have
boat
to
if you're
start
going to
working
do
on it
this.
because
Right.
it's anything that floats, but it's got to float, or you at least should try to float.
I feel
So-
like I could float right now. The floating internet. I could enter in that category as myself.
No. Oh my
No.
gosh. All right.
Okay, so this is a new
That's an
category.
award for the most Pittsburgh boat. Like
I could be the
hashtag
most
that's so
Pittsburgh
Pittsburgh.
boat.
Yeah.
No.
Oh my gosh.
No, okay.
Heather Abraham. All right. The River of the Living Dead is an award for the best floating tribute to George Romero.
Well, and how about the sailing pep rally? This is really cool because this gets schools involved. The boat
Yeah.
with the most school spirit can win this award.
I can see that going far. And then last is the USS Techberg, which is for engineers who create the most technologically advanced vessel.
I almost feel like they
at
had
the
to
robots.
create this because otherwise, whoever was entering, who was a techie, would win.
Win, because they
No matter
have the
what.
engineering skills. But
To
it's
build
amazing
something.
what people come up with, whether they're a techie or not.
Right.
People come up with really creative stuff, so that's always fun.
Okay, in addition to summer being just fun and outdoorsy, a lot of people like to look their best in the summer. You know, less clothing because it's so hot.
Or maybe you're headed to the beach
Yeah.
and you're trying to get in shape for that. So a lot of people are talking about, have you heard about intermittent fasting?
I have heard about this. I don't think that I could do it though.
I think I could do it, but there might be consequences. So here's what it is. It's less of a diet and more of an eating plan. Like
Right.
the idea is that you might alternate. You might skip a day of eating and fast, or you might eat for a day and then fast for another day. Or you break it into a day part where you eat for 8 hours, but then you fast for 16 hours.
So do you eat for 8 hours straight?
Well, no, I think you eat normally during that time, but you can eat whatever you want during that time.
And then you would fast for
Right.
the... See, I fast for 8 hours every night when I'm sleeping.
Well, but you would fast for 16 hours. It would be
I
a little
see.
bit longer
I
period.
see. So you
Now,
would make up
here's
for
the
that.
problem that I think I would have with this. Number one, when it was my time to eat, I would eat way too much.
Yeah.
And number two, during the fasting period, I would be a grouch.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
you know, here's the thing though. If you've ever had a stomach virus, you know how right after it's over, you're not really that hungry. And part of that is because everything's getting back to normal.
That's
But I
true.
also think that the point of fasting is that you're telling your body that you shouldn't be as hungry. So then when it is finally time to eat, you're not shoveling
You
food
think
into your face.
that's the way it would work?
I think so. But I've never done it and I probably won't.
That reminds me of what's the line from The Devil Wears Prada where she says she's one good stomach virus away from her ideal weight.
I'm telling you, there are benefits. Kevin,
It's
what do you
good.
think about that? We hope
Kevin
you don't
thinks,
give...
quit talking about this.
We don't need you to have a stomach virus on the show today, that's for sure.
Oh my gosh,
would be
how
a
did we
mess.
get down this track? All right, well, there are some benefits apparently of intermittent fasting, and we're going to share them with you. We're just going to plunge forward here. One of them is apparently the levels of growth hormones skyrocket, which can help us lose fat and gain muscle. So that's a good thing if you're fasting.
And levels of insulin also drop, which makes stored body fat more accessible.
And cell repair during fasting, your cells initiate the repair process, and that is good for us as well. However, some studies show there could be a downside to all of this. It's hard to follow. As I have said, for me, it would be hard to
Yes,
follow.
I would think so.
And also, one study found that it could increase bad cholesterol if you stick with it for a whole year. That's just one study. But some people are trying it, so we'll see.
Maybe once.
Yeah,
I don't know.
maybe.
There are so many crazy diets out there, like the diet where you drink just lemon water.
I haven't heard about that.
I don't know.
That's
There's
all
so
you.
many
That's
crazy
all you
things.
drink,
I
or
don't-
all you eat.
I don't. That's it. That's all you get.
Oh.
Yeah. And
That sounds
the
like-
juicing diet. Anyways,
Yeah.
more power to you, folks. I had a cheeseburger last night.
I had a donut just like a half hour ago.
We've been talking a lot about a local gal, although she doesn't live locally anymore. Her family still does, in the Amazing Race. But she's out.
She's out. She was doing so well, too.
was.
Becca Droz, she grew up in Squirrel Hill. Her parents are still there. She now lives in Colorado, and she was out last night. She made it 10 rounds, though. So we're proud of her. And I know people thought she would go really far because she's played this game before and she's really pretty good at it. But she says she had a great time
So fun.
with new challenges, and we congratulate her.
Yeah, and I know her family, they were holding watch parties
Yeah.
every week for her appearances. So
Yeah. That's
wish her all the
fun.
best in her next
Yeah,
chapter,
and who
whatever
knows,
she
maybe-
chooses to do.
Maybe she'll come back and be on it again, a third time.
All right, we have to get to a commercial break because I think Kevin may need a break.
Oh, is that the
But
case?
we have a great. Kevin, do you have to go outside, bud? You want to go outside? Yeah.
Oh.
All right.
Kevin's joining us now.
Hi, Kev.
Kevin's up here. Hey, Kevin.
All right, well, we have a great show for your Friday to get the weekend started.
Yeah, Ron Smiley is live in Wizard View, also known as Bellevue, where a spell has been cast to turn the town into a magical Harry Potter fest this weekend. Ron's going to tell us all about it.
Plus, singer, actress Tamara Tooney is our special guest ahead of this weekend's Pittsburgh International Jazz Fest, and she has a new CD release. We'll talk with her about all of that next here on PTL.
And we're celebrating 60 years of the Brighton Hot Dog Shop. Find out how running out of gas played a big part in its creation. That's so interesting. Selena Pompiani is going to tell us the tale, and she gets to work making us a French lunch.
It's not
Can
a
I
French
talk?
lunch.
Can I
French
talk?
fries are involved.
A fresh lunch for us just ahead. Stay with us as we continue. Kevin's staying with us right here on PTL.
Yes, you are. Don't go anywhere.